Hello, beautiful simmers. Today we're going over the Sims 4 Cottage Living Expansion Pack CAS items. This expansion pack retails for $39.99 USD. However, every few months the EA app does offer sales where you can get this pack at a discount. If you do decide to purchase it, you can use a creator code. While it doesn't give you a discount, it is a way to support your favorite creators in that it gives them a small commission. Throughout this video, I'll be giving you my thoughts and opinions on these styles, and I will also give you some style looks that I styled myself. Let's get into it. We do have a new aspiration. This is Country Caretaker. Country Caretakers want to tend to the countryside and befriend all the animals and critters. Along with that, we have Animal Enthusiasts. These Sims are obsessed with animals and will seek their companion often. They will have an easier time caring for animals and getting closer to them. And then Lactose Intolerant. These Sims will become sick if they eat dairy, but will feel great if they have avoided it for a while. Along with that, we get a couple new death types. We have Death by Killer Chicken. Consider this the price paid for being nasty to a chicken. Death by Killer Rabbit. This Sim provoked a killer rabbit and paid the ultimate price. I guess that's what they get. Okay, we're getting into the toddlers. We have the little toddler girl hairstyles here, and you can see, well, you'll see later on that we do have a lot of these hairstyles in the adult categories. So it is nice that the children get, or the toddlers get, a lot of hairstyles, even though some of them look a little odd for toddlers. But I'm just showing you that we cannot change the accessories in the hair. We can't change the colors, unfortunately. Now we're getting into clothing, and I actually filmed this video before I started using the clock speed to pause the Sims, so I apologize for that. But this is a cute little dress. It's got the little bunny rabbit on it. I think that's adorable. And then we have this outfit too for full-bodied items. Sorry, I had a yawn there. This is also a super cute item as well. Oh, I think they're doing a lot of great job with the detail on this. And we have the little pajamas with the llamas and the chicks and all that good stuff on there. Now we do get a new top for the little toddler girls, and I love how the bows aren't painted on. This is also super cute, and we'll see the back of the backpack. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. All that attention to detail is wonderful. That's what I love to see when we have these packs. Now the little girls do get a new pair of shorts here, and then we have some design at the bottom of those shorts. They also get a new pair of pants, and then they get a new pair of boots. Now, this is just for Cottage Living here. These others were for other packs, so I'm just, showing you those ones. And I just wanted to go through, make sure that they had nothing else. But anyways, here are the styled looks for the little toddler girls. We've actually got quite a few styled looks. And I just, like I said, I just think the outfit is just adorable. But these are super cute, and we do get the new pajama set, and I just love these. And look at when they paired it with the tights, it's so cute. Now we're getting into the little girl Sims hairstyles, and we have those same hairstyles that we've seen for the toddler Sims, and again with those hair accessories. Now we're going through the tops for the child Sims. I mean, this is cute, basic sweater, you know, and then we have this with the vest. I think that they're doing a great job with not making the items look painted on. We've got this cute deal. Oh my gosh, I remember when I was around this age and I had a shirt like that. So cute. I loved it. It was my favorite. And then we've got this sweater here, both in masculine swatches and feminine swatches as well. The same thing with this sweatshirt. We get the more feminine swatches, and they do have the flowers on the sleeves on some swatches. These are super cute little leggings. I think they're adorable. They have the little bows at the bottom. Now we're getting into full body items. Look at that. They have a little bee on the apron. I think that's adorable. Then we have some overalls, which I think is very fitting for this pack. Again, we get another pair of overalls, and these look more like they're for work in the farm. Now we've got this cute little jumper, and again, I love that this tie is not painted on. Now the little girls do get the same boots as the toddler girls, and now we're going through styled looks, so you can get an idea of how you might pair these items together. And at the end of this video, I'll go through and show you some of my own styled looks specifically with this pack only. Now we're diving on into the adult feminine frame Sims. We've got hairstyles, and you'll see that you cannot change the hair accessory color, unfortunately, unless you change the hair color. So yeah, that's unfortunate. It's the same thing with this hairstyle. I mean, I really cannot wait for us to be able to change the colors of them without having to change the hairstyle. Again, we've got these same hairstyles that we saw for the little girls and the toddlers, but we do get a couple more hairstyles, so that's kind of interesting. I guess, you know, they're limited on a certain number of items that they can use. So there's that. We do get a few new hats in this expansion pack. This one is more old-timer. And I love this sun hat. The bow on there is just chef's kiss. I think they did a great job with that. I love the flowers sticking out on this hat as well. And then we've got a beanie, which doesn't make their head look like a huge egg. It doesn't cover the ears, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyways, we're moving on to jewelry. We've got these super cute llama earrings, and then we have these sunflower earrings. I think these go very well with the pack. And then we do get some strawberry earrings. Now, some of them don't look like they're changing color, but it's just the metal of it that's changing color. And then we do get a couple of pearl necklaces. And you'll see later on that with some of the styled looks that I'll create, you can wear those pearl necklaces with a higher up shirts. You'll see what I mean later. But we do get a pair of glasses, and these are actually kind of fun. Now we're going into the tops for feminine Sims. We've got this one here. It almost looks like a quilted jacket. And then this one is very old school, like very, very old school we're talking. This one would be great for the elder Sims. I'm disappointed that the bows aren't, you know, they're painted on. We've got a layered jacket, sweater, shirt, all that good stuff. And then we've got another sweater. I am just in love with the details where it looks like it's knitted on. This is going to work great for elder Sims as well. And then we have this cute puffy sleeved item here, which has got some cute swatches as well. We have this sweater, which is great for the fall or winter, but there's a lot of nice fall color swatches in this pack. We've got this one, it's kind of branched in the middle. And then we have another sweater. This one has roses down it, and I'm not really feeling the vibe of this one. It's interesting how some of the items look so great and others are just like, oh shoot, you know, we need to rush and figure out what we're gonna do, just rush last minute. That's how it feels with some of the items. Here we have another sweater. This is kind of cute, though I do like the little doily type pocket. I think that's pretty fun. And then we have this top here. I love that the bows are not painted on for ties. I think that's nice. Now we're going into bottoms, and as I said, I did record this video very early on before I kind of got my style going down, so you'll have to forgive me having her have a top on. It just was so weird to me, but the more Sims videos I watched, the more people just did it without the tops and stuff, so that you could get an idea of what the items look like. And we've got this skirt and another skirt. We've actually got a lot of skirts here. And we have these jeans, which I love the detail of the belt, especially with it hanging down a little bit. I mean, and these, what is going on here? My God, this is horrendous. We have these cute shorts that actually match a top, and we will see that in the styled looks. Now we're getting into footwear. We do have some cute heels here. I'm not entirely sure exactly what you would call those, but they do have the straps across the foot. And then we have these wedges, which are super fun as well, very summery. Then we have these old time shoes, which, yeah, they don't really look all that comfortable to me. I don't know. And of course, we've got some boots for working out on the farm or the cottage, whatever you want to call it. Or maybe you could even use these for horse ranch if you wanted to. But anyways, we've got these boots, look more like hiking boots or work in like industrial or whatever. Now we do get one bracelet here. And then we also get some gloves for working out in the garden or working out on the cottage, the farm, whatever you want to call it. We also get a pair of socks. These are kind of interesting. I think they go with the pack very well. And I love this full body outfit. The apron is just beautiful. The attention to detail is amazing. And I love how it kind of ruffles out. I think it's done very nicely. We have this one as well. We do not have any painted on there, so I love that. This is designed a little bit odd for me. This is an okay item, I think. You know, it's a very simple, but I would have liked to seen something different. And of course, we've got the apron and working out in the garden type deal. And then we have some more formal full body items. And then this one to me looks more like it could be a nightie in my opinion. That's just what I'm getting at. I think this is kind of fun and I love the detail of the buttons, and then you can see the top, how it sticks out. I don't know. I just think this is a really fun dress for this pack. And then we have a more simple toned down one. It's giving like Young Sheldon, if you've ever watched that. It's giving Mary from Young Sheldon, I guess I should say. This overall is super cute. Look at the little fox. We do see a lot of foxes throughout this theme. And then we have this jumper, which is cute as well. And then we've got an even fancier dress here, which I feel like is gonna work well for some elderly Sims. And then of course we got the famous Agnes crumple bottom attire, and you know, like a generic version of Agnes crumple bottom. Now this one is definitely a nightie, but of course you can wear it as, you know, a dress if you wanted your Sim to. Now we're going into styled looks. Now some of these styled looks do use items from the base game, so keep that in mind when we go through them. But this is just to give you an idea of how you might pair these items. And I don't know, not gonna lie, when I played this game on Xbox, I used them a lot. Now we're getting into the male side. Okay, we've got a little male toddler here, and they do get 3 new hairstyles, and they do get the same shirt as the female toddler Sims. This one is the same as well, but you're getting to see how it looks like on a male Sim. Now, the male Sims do get the same pants, other than they do not get the shorts. And then we do have those same boots. Of course, I do think it's nice that they included a lot of items for the toddlers. Now, for full body items, we do get this one as well, which I think is so cute with the suspenders. And then we have the pajamas, and you can see how they look on little boys. Like I said, we're getting into styled items. And now we're going to the child males. They get the exact same hairstyles as well, and it's just the 3 of them. Now for their tops, they're getting this sweater, and I think this sweater is done nicely. And again, the same vest and plaid shirt underneath. I do like how the vest is poofy, and I had to show you this. This is masculine, guys. Have you seen any item like that in the masculine clothing section for boys? Because I certainly haven't, unless somebody's putting it there because, you know, they're in a hurry and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna set that down here. But certainly haven't. Now we get the same sweatshirt. Like I said, you get the male swatches and the female swatches. And then the Sims do get the same boots. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if the guys didn't get this attire as well. So we got the full body overalls, and apron items. Now we're getting into styled looks for these Sims. And then we're getting into adult male Sims. Now we get those exact same 3 hairstyles, so you are getting a lot more on the feminine side. And now we've got some hats as well, and we've seen this on the feminine side, and you know, this is just showing you how it looks on the masculine side. And we do have some different hats, so they did switch it up, so that's nice, but this just kind of looks odd on him. We do get some new facial hair. It's personally not my favorite, but that's just my own opinion. Now we're getting into tops. We've got a lot of layered attire here, which does go great with this pack. I think, you know, it's more outdoorsy. Now this top here could be more like a sleep top, you know, or lounging top, or just going out and work top, you know what I mean? They definitely don't get as much as the female Sims, but I do like how they added the collar, how it's not painted, how it actually sticks out a little bit. I think that's nice. I do like that sweatshirt that we just saw. And then we have this sweater again with the foxes. What does the fox say? Okay, I just had to. And I actually really enjoy this sweater, and I just had to give you a close-up of what that looked like. And I think that's one of the better items in this pack, to be completely honest. It's one of the nicer, more dress-up items in this pack. And then we have this one is more can be working outside. I think you can use a lot of these items for if you do have horse ranch. You can use a lot of those, or, you know, just for whatever. Now this jacket is going to be interesting because it does have some pants that go along with it, or that I personally think go along with it, but I don't know, it's just a little bit out there, maybe, I don't know. And then we have the turtleneck under the plaid shirt. Now we've got the pants here, and then this is just another recycled item. So we've got 2 recycled items here. Now this looks more like it goes on a male frame sim, but it's like they didn't even try for the females. It seems to me that they just rushed it over and like, here, we'll just mark this one as female, not even change it to their body types or anything. Anyways, we've got the same shoes that we've seen for the feminine side, except for minus the heels, of course. And now we're getting into full body outfits. And then do you see the medallion? Oh my gosh. And then we have the suspenders. I love that they put suspenders in here. I think I might use this on an elderly sim. And then we have, oh my gosh, look at that towel hanging from the apron. Very nice details. I love this one here. The jacket doesn't go very well with it, but I do like this item here because the female Sims do have night attire, so that works out very well. And of course, we're getting into the styled looks for the male Sims, which it gives you a better idea of how they're utilizing those hats. Now we're getting into some styled looks that I created, and I use everything from the pack because I feel like you should be able to put everything together with the pack. You know, I didn't have boots on her first swatch, but whatever. Now, I do think we have some fun swatches here. Some of them are just a little out there and kind of whatever, but I did want to show you some versatility that we get with this pack. And like, a lot of this it reminds me of fall colors, to be honest. We have a lot of greens, yellows, like mustard yellows and stuff like that. But we also have a lot of items for elder Sims, in my opinion. I think that this is going to be great for elder Sims, especially. I do like that we do get new hairstyles, and then we have some that are more old-timer feeling, or if you want to put your sim like in a different decade, I think there are some great items to do that with. I don't like how some of these items are recycled, and it's like they didn't even try on some of them. Like, they didn't even change it for the frame. So I really don't like that. But I do think that we do have items in this pack that are unique enough that we don't typically see in the base game. So I do think that's nice. I also think that it's great that they added stuff in for the toddler Sims, because some packs, minus high school years and, Discover University, kids or packs that are specifically catered towards a certain sim age. I think it's nice when we do actually get items for the entirety of the Sims, the ages. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you're thinking of this kit. I think expansion pack. I always want to say kit. I don't know why. And then sometimes I'll say pack on kit. Anyways, you guys are going to have to let me know what you think and drop that in the comments below. And I will see you in the next one.